What's up, everybody? It's your boy Sir Splash, and today I have a surprise versus battle for all of you. So, this one features a character I've covered before, classic Doctor Strange. If you have not seen that video, go ahead and go give it a view. Gives you a more in-depth analysis of some of the things you can do. For this battle, I'm going to kind of just go over him a lot more quickly for the sake of the battle. And a new character to my channel, but one of the more popular, you know, fictional characters in the community, which is Alien X from Ben 10. One, in the form of Alien X, is the creator of universes and arguably even multiverses, while the other, Doctor Strange, is the protector of the universe and multiverse. So, who would win if these two were to collide? So, first, we're going to go over Alien X, kind of because, I need to touch on him more, given he hasn't been talked about on my channel. I'll try to include some, good visuals like videos, but Cartoon Network is really stingy with the copyright, so best I could do is probably a GIF or two. If not, whatever, I'll give you visuals anyway in the form of pictures. But yeah, we're gonna go over what Alien X is capable of. Also, before I forget, shout out to Drago from my server. He is the one that made this thumbnail. And my server knew ahead of time this battle was coming, so good idea to join my Discord server so you can get information from me and stuff like that. But anyways, we're going to go. So right off the bat, Alien X is a part of a celestial sapien race. I don't know why they didn't just call it celestial. That'd be easier. But anyways, this race is kind of viewed as omnipotent in the eyes of other beings throughout the verse. And they are above time and space itself and have the ability to both create and destroy universes with just a thought. Now, verbatim from one of the guidebooks, it states when it comes to Alien X that it is Ben 10's most powerful alien upgrade. Alien X's reality warping is so powerful he can make something happen just by thinking about it. Alien X can create and destroy entire universes, so the risk is simply too great for Ben to use this upgrade again. It is also displayed in the show that with just a thought, casually, Alien X was able to recreate an entire universe, which would include the space-time and everything in it. Now, he didn't copy all the minute details perfectly, but he was still able to essentially copy everything else. There is, for speed scaling, there's a character, Paradox, and his speed he uses is actual speed when he travels through time and space. He said he has like a map in his head, so he knows where to go throughout time and space, but he uses his speed itself to go there. So he's at least a measurable speed, which lines up with the fact that Alien X is able to operate outside of time and space. He was able to contend with Galactic Gladiator, a vastly powerful being, a member of his race as well. He was able to stop an attack from Galactic Gladiator with one arm. He created multiple clones to attack. And on top of this, winning that battle against someone who should roughly scale to him in his verse, he was able to pierce the barrier of a higher dimensional entity. The Contumelia are a fifth dimensional race, and they themselves are so high above us that 3D beings like Ben see them in a different form than what they really are. They just can't perceive the dimensionality of this being. And Alien X was casually able to pierce their barrier, which should put him at least 5D. So yeah, there's also, some contingencies with his powers to where he's limited if two of his three personalities do not agree. It's kind of like the Living Tribunal from Marvel. But in this video, these two, at least 2 out of 3, we'll make it 3 out of 3, will completely agree on the course of action, which is to battle Doctor Strange. Now, moving on to Classic Doctor Strange. Classic Doctor Strange is the Sorcerer Supreme of Earth and considers himself the mystical protector of reality. Now, he has a couple artifacts that help him along with his magic. This will include the Eye of Agamotto, which he can use to mind hacks people, see through illusions, emit powerful light beams, and the Cloak of Levitation can move on its own, allows him to fly. It can attack separately from him himself. And the way Doctor Strange uses his power is by calling upon more powerful beings than himself. This would include the likes of Sidorak. And even if he now scales above that character, he can still use magic. The magic hails from the book that him and the Ancient One uses, which is stated to have infinite spells inside of it. Some of these spells he can use to restrain beings. He can blast back beings. This would include the likes of Toboro of the Sixth Dimension. After they threw hands, he was able to match him in power and overwhelm him with blasts. He has mind hacks, of the like of which can make Galactus himself scream. He has the capabilities to seal you off beyond physical space. He could have actually sealed the Beyonder himself, who comes from outside of existence entirely. And it's stated a couple times that he was clever enough and smart enough and strong enough to seal away Beyonder if Beyonder wasn't careful. And he said he could do it for all of eternity as well. And Beyonder never would have had like an ability to get out of it and wouldn't have even known this was going on. And it's also stated this Beyonder has power beyond the idea of power itself. But Doctor Strange is still confident he could have hacked him. He also saw the true nature of Beyonder, which is beyond existence itself, and survived this. He is able to race across infinite voids, including in non-existing realms, the realms of nothingness. He's aware of what's going on in the multiverse, according to Beyonder. He's able to fight Zom, who scared the likes of Dormammu and Eternity. He matched Dom in power, was able to take him down, and the battle was so catastrophic that it threatened reality, and Living Tribunal had to step in. On top of this, Doctor Strange can BFR you. He's been able to throw Mordo beyond time and space. He's been able to seal him away. He's been able, when in alien dimensions, he deemed one too dangerous to exist and destroyed it. And he was able to one-shot a machine that was completely reshaping the cosmos itself. And these beings that were doing it got completely torn apart by Strange and had absolute fear of him. So, what would happen if these two met on the battlefield? Now, of course, like I said before, both are willing to fight. This would mean that Alien X is not, inhibited by his internal struggles of his personalities. He is completely willing to destroy Doctor Strange. They meet in a universe that neither is home to. That way it's a neutral battleground. And here, Doctor Strange perceives the reality of fighting Alien X as necessary because he believes Alien X himself is a threat to the existence of the main Marvel Universe. So these two clash. Let's go over some scenarios. So speed, neither should have an advantage, although if I had to give one to anyone, it would be Doctor Strange. We've seen Doctor Strange cross infinite voids of nothingness. He's been able to react to and pass through infinite dimensions with endless gaps in between, survived this, was able to do this, and willingly did it a second time. He's been able to traverse the realms of being and non-being. Now, this is important because one thing we have to understand is Doctor Strange is going up against a bare minimum universal reality warper. Now, I think Alien X is vastly beyond universal because it's just a simple thought that warps universe level ideas and space times, and it's super casual for him. So could he warp the universe and warp out Doctor Strange? So Doctor Strange has been able to tank reality warping of himself before. He's even tanked being turned two-dimensional and survived that pretty easily. People have tried to erase him from existence before, and it did not work. These were higher dimensional beings as well. Doctor Strange has survived in voids of complete nothingness beyond dimensions themselves. This took place, for one example, when Dormammu and Eternity battled and both destroyed each other in a physical sense, and he was left in the void of nothingness, and he has shields that activate that protect him in these voids. So he would survive the universe collapsing, universe being destroyed, and he would tank being, warped out of reality. Now, there's other methods for Alien X to approach this. Power blasts. He could try to BFR Doctor Strange, but that wouldn't work because Doctor Strange can casually travel through dimensions with no problem. He's been able to move around in areas that had no direction. So, in the end of the day, what we have to look at is who's contended with more. That is easily Doctor Strange. The realm of Dormammu is stated to be so far beyond human comprehension and human knowledge that there are no earthly words to describe what it would be or how far away it would be. He's been able to, worst case, let's say, Alien X is fifth dimensional. Perfectly fine. Let's say Marvel is strictly spatial. Taboro of the sixth dimension, Doctor Strange went there, fought Taboro. Not only did he fight Taboro, he literally threw hands with him, took the gloves off, and started wailing on him, just physically fighting a sixth dimensional being. Now, there is evidence that Taboro is infinite dimensional, but that's fine. We'll just lowball him to sixth dimension. Doctor Strange literally beat him up with his bare hands, and then they eventually went on to fight power for power, in which Doctor Strange won. So, Doctor Strange has the power edge. He has an answer to the reality warping and the hacks that comes along with this. One issue I have with Alien X is we have no proof he has any astral defense. That is, he can't defend his soul. And Doctor Strange could casually punch his soul out of him or remove him entirely from dimensions and send him into the void of nothingness beyond physical space and time. And this is beyond infinite dimensions as well. He can send you beyond. So I just don't see a way for Alien X to really win this one. Doctor Strange is as fast, if not faster. He can physically contend with Alien X. He has better fighting feats. Dormammu has existed before time and hadn't even lost an actual battle before time itself. And Doctor Strange beat him in hand-to-hand combat, matching skill for skill, power for power. So yeah, Doctor Strange at the end of the day could BFR him to a dimension beyond even fifth dimensional capabilities of Alien X. He has the power to actually just wear him down physically. Can seal him away. He can answer any of Alien X's hacks. So at the end of the day, I have to give it to classic Doctor Strange. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. If you disagree, comment down below. If you want to talk to me about this, topic, join my Discord. I'll be happy to give you evidence to the victory for classic Doctor Strange. If you want a rematch in which I used a not as overpowered Doctor Strange, I'll use more current runs of Doctor Strange, I can do that, but you have to like the video, you have to share the video. Over 500 likes, I will for sure do a rematch. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. It's been your boy Sir Splash, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.